Welcome along to this field trip as we tour three different historical places in Nairobi, Kenya: the Macmillan Memorial Library, the Kenya Railway Museum, and the current Blixen Museum.
So today we are at the Macmillan Memorial Library and we'll be touring around and its architectural qualities. So let's begin.
So as you can see, one of the architectural qualities of this place is the huge colossal columns that stand on its facade, and they are quite huge as you compare to my human body. And you can check the two lion statues that sit on the facades. They represent the Jew and Jah, two idols that Macmillan had in protection of his life. So we're gonna tour more around and see. So as you can see, on the facade it has a flat roof, tablature, the cornice, the capital of the columns, elevated space through stairs, and also the statues. In the interior, you can see these round arches used in decorative stuff within. It's more of simple look and more of historical referencing and neoclassical. And also these pilasters used on the wall, the round arches again, and use of realistic statues with sense of motion that can be observed through this picture. And since the interior we were refused to film inside, it was hard to do it, but yeah, it's quite blurry as you can see, but then I apologize. And it's just within one of the rooms of the interior before I get kicked out. And yeah, again, just outside the tour of the facade, the pediment, the windows, the door which stands high above, the gallery floor connecting the two sides, and it's symmetrical since both of the sides are identical. And that's it, the lions, the statues that are there, and yeah. On my way to the second historical place, which is the Kenya Railway Museum, there's as you enter, you see there's mural graffiti art. It's so beautiful.
On to my second destination, which is the Kenya Railways Museum. Today we are visiting the museum and the outdoor museum as well, which hosts the locomotives. So we're gonna discuss in detail.
This is the building that hosts the interior museum, and this is the outdoor museum that hosts the locomotives. We're gonna visit both of them, and you will see what they both have to offer, and not just outdoor. Before we go to the interior one, and this is the interior. This pipe was used for measuring the expansion of the railway gauge, and more of equipments that were used in the construction of the railway, and others found in the trains, and more of models that were used as a replica for the locomotives that are there before they were brought, and more of just the interior museum showing the construction processes of the past and how they have modified. And it also hosts models of ships, and this is because they were also managing the ship corporates that were along the coast of Kenya, and just more of equipment that were used, the old telephones and the typewriters. And this is the map just showing where the railway connected Tanzania and Uganda and Kenya. And this is the outdoor, and we're gonna see more of it again. Some of the locomotives that it hosts in the railways are the TR, which stands for Tanganyika Railways, the EAR for East African Railways, the Magadi Railway line, and the Kenya-Uganda Railway. Some of the routes of the railways are still operational, while others have been blocked and others have been abandoned. Some of the locomotives were used to carry people, others goods and stuff, and this is just a view from above on the road while I was driving. On to my way to the last destination tour of which is the current Blixen Museum. And this is the current neighborhood, which was named after the owner of that house. And this will be touring this current Blixen Museum as the third destination. As you can see on the facade, it's just a simple geometrical shapes, and it has a view from long hills, which it can be observed here. Long in Swahili it means knuckles. I just showed a demonstration of here, and this is the view from the facade of the building to the outdoor. This is a floor plan, which shows the different spaces that are in the house. And this is another hand-drawn plan perspective, elevation, more of elevation of the area, and a side perspective also drawn. And as you go into the interior of the house, you first meet with the lounge of the library, where she spent most of her time as a writer. She wrote several books, one of them being Out of Africa, which was also the film Out of Africa was filmed, part of it here. And this is her main bedroom, where Karen used to sleep to her daily life. And that's just a portrait of her that lies beside her bed. And as you leave the room, it's opposite to the WC, the washroom that is in between the living room and the bedroom, where her husband, whose picture is also hung on the wall. There's also a carpet of lion and a desk which is made of dried fruit of the elephant. And also in the WC is just this bathtub, the toilet seat, and the sink. The toilet seat made out of wood. As you proceed, it's the living room and the dining space. It has a fireplace which keeps the interior warm, and it's all cladded in the interior with the wood, which was naturally available, and it's also well lit with several windows that are adjacent to each other. And most of the materials and the furniture were also made by the architect himself who designed this house. And here it also has an opening to the library lounge space. And as you proceed, there's two more rooms. One on the left was the guest room, but now used as an office. And this is the side, is the study room, where she used to also spend her time here. Some of her books are also stored here right now, and several pictures. In the kitchen, which is detached from the main building, it's on its own unit. It has two sinks, one wooden, one ceramic, and a cooking stove, a drying space, food, working table, counter, and just more shelves. As you can see, there's emphasis on horizontality, and it sits well with its environment and the coffee farm that surrounds it. This is a coffee machine which was used to dry the coffee after harvesting, and some pictures from the scenes of the Out of Africa movie which was shot here. And thank you for watching, and it's Jawahir Iman here.